Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Tommy Mosley here. First, I want to start off by saying thank you so much for downloading my book, Aloha from Nebraska, The Three Pillars of Happiness. I hope this truly increases your set point of happiness. Rewiring you, rewiring me for happiness, for enjoying life more is my soul life's mission. To show you how serious I am about that, I'm going to give you a $997 training for free. Absolutely free. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit because I believe increasing your happiness, not only is it something you should do, it's something that you must do. You're of absolutely no value to anyone else in this world if you yourself are not first happy. So if you're not happy, my question is for you, for me, for everybody, why are we not happy as a people? We've been given this amazing gift of life. Why are we not happy? It's a very simple reason that you are not as happy as you could be because you've been programmed, you've been brainwashed, you've agreed with, you've been hardwired to look for what's wrong in life. Even if you look back to thousands and thousands of years where we evolved from, there was danger, saber-tooth tigers and stuff. Our brain is hardwired to look for danger. Well, guess what? There's no more danger anymore like that. It's just life, but that programming is still there. And the outside world and the inside world, if you don't take care of what's coming in from you and what's coming out from you, you're screwed in this life. You got to take the wheel, be responsible for your own thoughts and your own actions, and your own happiness is your responsibility, nobody else's. So start here. Are these really problems that we have in life? Are they really problems, or is it just called life? Because maybe life happens for us, not to us. That's what I believe. It happens for you. These problems are there to make you stronger. I'll teach you how to make the best of those problems and actually make problems something that you look forward to, the next obstacle in your life. So let's start there. They're not problems, it's really just called life. So what makes me an expert in happiness? Why should you listen to anything Tommy has to say about happiness? I'll tell you, I'm not great at a lot of things in life, but one thing I'm great at is doing things the wrong way. In order to define what is happy, you must first define what happiness is not. I have become an expert in learning the hard way what does not make you happy. I set out to do one thing in my life when I was a kid, and that was just to have fun. I want to feel good. Those 5 words apply to all of us. I took that to the extreme. I grew up in Nebraska. I ended up being a criminal. I had addictive behavior. I got into stealing stuff all the time. I was doing drugs. I was selling crack. I was smoking crack. I was cocaine everywhere, going crazy, chasing girls, chasing adrenaline, fighting, doing all these things at the end I thought would be fun and exciting, and I did them to the 10th degree to make sure there was no fun down there. And by default, I become an expert in what doesn't make you happy, making me an expert in happiness. Also, for the past 25 years, I've been studying martial arts. I've been still am hooked on adrenaline. I still go out and try and find anything that makes me feel good in life. I've been into personal development. I've been addicted to that for 25 years. In the last 25 years, I've read over 1,000 personal development books. I've gone to every seminar imaginable, every Tony Robbins, every Les Brown, everything. I've owned a sales company, so I'm always going to sales stuff. I'm addicted to personal development, and because of that, I've consumed so much that I realize most of it, number one, most of it out there is garbage, but number two, there's some stuff out there that's really good. So I've weeded through and found what's really out there. It's good. I've been a professional dancer at one point in my life. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own company. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which took 18 years to get. A black belt is just a white belt that didn't quit. I believe that's the same thing applies to happiness. You want to be happy, you figure out how to do it, you work on it every day, and you just get there. You just increase your happiness. I've been a stand-up comedian. I've been to the White House and met our president as a pastor at a church. I was a pastor at a church. Not into religion now, but for 12 years I worked in a church. I grew outreaches, I grew volunteers. What I realized is when people volunteer, it increases their happiness. I built a volunteer empire, over 200 ministries, and over 3,000 volunteers on any given monthly basis. So I've seen what people helping does for people's life. This is not a religious thing. I've since decided I'm against that. I just want the whole world to realize a single purpose of life is to enjoy every moment. I'm a certified counselor. Through that, I've done thousands of hours of counseling. You start to notice certain patterns and habits in people. You start to see why people are not happy, and you start realizing if you just change this, you're going to enjoy life a lot more. I'm a husband. I'm a pro husband. I'm a pro dad. I know what matters in life for me. I figured out what matters. I figured out what the leverage points of happiness are. Happiness is two things. It's an art and a science. The art is different. What makes you happy is not going to make me happy. We're all different. We all create differently. But there's also a science to happiness. So what I'm going to talk a lot about is the science of happiness, because there are certain things that you, me, or anyone else does, your happiness will increase. If you learn how to be grateful, if you learn, I like to walk gratefulness out, not just say it. If you learn how to give of yourself, if you learn how to do acts of kindness, your happiness set point will increase. That is science. That is not just my opinion. Here's what I found. You can have happiness and joy every single day of your life. You can live in a beautiful state no matter what happens to you in your life. You've been given this beautiful gift of life. Learn how to enjoy it to the max. Here's my premise. Imagine with me this. You're going to the amusement park and you're going to ride a roller coaster. What is the single reason you ride a roller coaster for? You get on the roller coaster because you know what? It'll be fun. And if you've never been on that roller coaster, you don't know if it's going to go left, right, up, down. You just know it's going to go fast. It's going to go all over the place. And you also know this. It's going to be over before you know it. What if that's life? And the only purpose of life is just to enjoy the ride. You wouldn't be sitting there worried about what the people's political views are, what race they are, what they're doing. You just get on the ride and you just enjoy it because it will be over before you know it. Here's the thing. How do we do that? How do we really do that? How do we really increase our happiness? It's simple. I'm going to give you one of the tools right now. All the tools are found in the Aloha system, the program that I'm going to give you for free. But right now, let me just tell you about one of the, I think, the most important ones, and that's this. Focus. The book, Focus, Grow, Give. Those are the 3 pillars of happiness. Focus. Here's the deal. In life, you don't get what you want, okay? You don't get what you need. You will, however, it is a fact, you will get what you focus on. So you might as well get this through your head right now. What's wrong in life is always going to be there. The media, your friends, your family, everyone's going to tell you what's wrong in life, but you know what? What's wrong in life will always be there, but so is what's right. And I'm going to teach you how to become an expert at finding that and looking at it. You've been given the golden opportunity to make a decision to enjoy your life to the fullest or live in fear. We're only going to be here for like 100 years. I say we make the best of it. There is 2 leverage points that I want to talk to you, and I think it's a 1-2 knockout that really makes all the difference when it comes to focus. It can be done, and infinitely more important, here's the how it can be done. Here's the 2 leverage points when it comes to focus, okay? When it comes to focus, there's an outside force and there's an inside force. Okay, outside force. Move away from the bad and move towards the good. It's pretty simple. Move away from the bad, move towards the good. What's the bad? Okay, the news. Turn off the news and leave it off for the rest of your life. It's terrible. It's horrible. You're never going to be happier after watching the news than before. I'll tell you right now, everyone has a product to sell, and the media's product is uncertainty. That uncertainty is to provoke that fear into you so you keep coming back. It's not to inform you. It's to make you uncertain. Turn it off. If nothing else, take a media fast for the next 7 days. And if you think, oh, well, what if I don't know what's going on in the world? You know what? Guess what? The world will keep spinning whether you know what's going on or not. You'll find out what you need to do. So start there. Get rid of the news. Anything else that's bad that's going out there, you're going to have to wage a media war for your mind and win. You're going to have to get the bad stuff away from that. Turn that stuff off. It's an addiction. Turn off all the stuff that just tells you what's wrong. Your social media, your news, everything. Here's the other part. You've got family, you've got friends, you've got people in your life that just want to show you what the problems are. This is a little bit easier said than done. You're going to have to back away from them slowly. Okay, you can't just go to them and say, hey, you're negative all the time, don't want to talk to you anymore. It just doesn't work that way. I know what the real world is like. But you will have to back away from them slowly. You have to stop engaging with them. Stop gossiping with them. Stop talking about what's wrong. Back away slowly. Back away slowly. You have to, it's tough to do, but you have to back away from the negative people in your life, and then you move away from the good stuff and you move towards the good stuff, okay? I believe you have to put good stuff in your brain every single day. Every single day I start my first hour by putting good stuff in my mind because I know the rest of the world won't. I break it down to 3 things. Read, listen, and associate. Okay, read at least a book a month. Okay, if you don't like reading, you go to audible.com, download it, and listen to it. Okay, but put good stuff when you're scrolling through social media. Figure out how to weed your social media garden where you're only seeing inspiration. Read, listen. Okay, listen to good stuff every single day. Instead of listening to sports radio, the news, God forbid the news, even music. Put good stuff in your mind. Listen to audible.com, listen to books, listen to podcasts. Now, I'm not saying just listen to anything. I'm saying listen to good stuff. Stuff that, and here's the litmus test. When you read something, does it make you feel good? Keep reading it. If it doesn't, get rid of it. Okay, same thing with listen. Read, Listen, I turn my car into my own university. I only listen to good stuff in my mind. I'm literally, when I drive somewhere, I feel better when I got there than when I got in the car every single time because I set out to do it. Read, listen, and number 3, associate. You'll need to find some people in your life that are happy. You know, they're out there. I promise you, they're out there. Think about this. Even walk into a crowded room, you go to a party, you go to whatever. Look who's laughing and having the most fun, and go talk to them. Go stand by them. Just let their vibe spill over. And because for whatever reason, they're in a happy point of your life. Instead of looking for the one who's commiserating and complaining and this, that, stay away from them. And I mean, it's pretty simple, but it plays out in life. You got to look around and say who's negative, who's positive. I'm going to go towards them. You don't have to say anything either. I'm just going to go hang out with them, and I'm going to kind of back away from you. You don't have to let people know, hey, you're negative, I don't want to be around you. Just kind of know that, oh, let me just go see what they're up to. Read, listen, and associate. It's a process. My first hour of every single day I spend on what's important to me, and that's enjoying that day. So I'll go into this all on the program, the free program training I'm getting you, how to start your first hour of the day, how to truly look for the good in everything and be grateful for everything else. Start your day almost invincible with an unbeatable mindset of positivity. But my first hour of the day, every day is committed to being happier. Sounds simple? Remember, you've been brainwashed your whole life. You've been programmed with to look for the bad stuff in life. You know what? Awareness is key. It's time to change that and turn it around. So that's your outside force, but then there's also an inner force. You know there's a voice inside your head, okay? And if you're thinking to yourself right now, what voice is he talking about? That's the voice I'm talking about. The voice that's always looking for something wrong. You got to realize this, that voice is not you. You're the one that's listening to that voice. You got to learn to listen to that voice, let him do whatever he's going to do, but you got to learn to disassociate from that voice that's always looking for something wrong. You know, the other thing I want to point out is, you know, that I had a puppy, and the puppy chewed up my crap all the time. So one day I just bought a bunch of toys, threw them all out there, dog toys. The dog didn't chew on the toys. Your brain is like that too. It's going to look for things to chew on. You might as well give it something good. Put some good stuff in your mind, let it chew on it. So your inside thoughts, you learn to control your thoughts by adding good thoughts in there, not by telling the bad thoughts to stop, because they just won't. You put the good thoughts in there, that inside in there, that fear. You've got to learn how to get rid of that fear. You cannot live your life in fear. I'll teach you a whole process in the system that I'm giving you for free, how to eliminate that fear, how to get it out of here onto a piece of paper and out of your mind and life, because it's unrealistic. You're not, 99% of the fear is stuff that's not even going to happen, and the 1% that's going to happen, being fearful won't help it anyway. Number 2 offender is resentments. Being mad at anyone. I don't care if you're right or wrong. Being mad at anyone is like drinking poison and expecting them to die, okay? It just won't happen. It doesn't serve you. It has no place in your life. And again, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. I'm going to teach you a process how to completely get rid of that. I'm going to teach you how to meditate, because you've got to learn how to slow your mind down, all that racing around. Meditate, you can read books and books and books, but you know what? You have to have someone kind of show you the right path of how to do it. Not that my brand is any better, but I just know this, you have to do it. You have to be committed to getting better. You have to find people that are doing it. You have to do it as a community. You got to figure out how to slow this down. So again, it's the outer, the media war, wage a media war for your mind, put some good stuff in your mind, and it's the inner. You're going to get those fears out, and your own voice realize that's not you. This very same method that I've outlined for you, I'm gonna give to you for free. It's exactly what I've used myself to master happiness. Again, that's after 25 years of reading books, seminars, everything, taking only the best of the best to master enjoying every single moment of my life. Because I truly believe this in my heart of hearts. I am the happiest person in the world. I'd love for you to prove me wrong and be happier. You know, to practicing this and to do it where everyone can do it, I'd like to give you my complete blueprint, like I said in the beginning, the complete blueprint. I'd be delighted to help you. It's what I'm committed to do. Remember, it's focus, grow, and give. Give is a big part of why I'm happy. So me doing this and sharing with you actually helps me. I'm going to give you, I'll personally lead you through a 3-week process that'll show you exactly what simple steps to take daily, take your set point of happiness and raise it and keep it higher. My mission is to create as much joy as I can in the short 100 years that I'm here. You can increase your set point of happiness. I'll teach you how to be healthier. I show you, there's a lot of stuff that has to do with health that you've never learned. You don't learn this stuff in school. To have more passion, to cultivate what you're passionate about. Some of you don't even know what you're passionate about. I got to know what you're passionate about to cultivate it. Put money in its right place. Okay, I'm not saying money is amoral. It's not good or bad. I'm saying lack of money will drive you crazy. figure out where that fits in your happiness. I've developed a whole system for that. Again, it's from learning the hard way. It's from going into debt. It's from doing all this stuff. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be something that detracts your happiness. I'll create a system for happiness that can't fail. Here's how. It's Focus, Grow, Give, but it's broken into a whole 21-day training. It's videos. You get video training every day, and you get a module every day. You also get a workbook. You also get a worksheet to work through. You get all this stuff to work through this process. It's called the Aloha system, and it's going to teach you how to do that media fast. It's going to teach you how to truly walk out gratitude, to get rid of that mindless chatter, to get rid of that fear. It's going to teach you the right affirmations that will push you forward to where you want to be. I'm all about habits, rituals, routines. The name of this company is Good Life System. Okay, system. I want you to systemize happiness. You got to realize if you want happiness, it's something you got to work on every single day. It's like eating a meal. You don't eat once and you're done eating for the rest of your life. You got to teach yourself how to feed yourself every single day. Talk, think, and be about the things that you love in life. Focus. Okay, then there's grow. I'm going to teach you a system that will help you progress. Doesn't matter what you progress in. This is a scientific fact. If you're getting better at something in life, you're happier than someone who's just sitting neutral. So you'll pick. That's where the art comes in. What do you want to grow and get better? How do you schedule that in amidst our busy life? How do you join in a group? There's a reason I go to CrossFit instead of having a personal trainer. I can afford either one. Personal trainer, one-on-one, that's great. CrossFit, though, is a community. It's the vibe, the energy. I'll teach you how to find communities of people that are committed to growing you in what you're growing. And that doesn't necessarily have to be around fitness. It can be around anything out there. And it's not that easy to do until you learn the secret tricks to finding out how they're out there, finding them and making yourself, remember, read, listen, associate, finding yourself close to them. I'll teach you how to make money, not something that takes away your happiness. I'll teach you my thoughts on spirituality, which really have nothing to do with religion, have nothing to do with telling you about anything, but it's more about questions. What do you believe? Because I do believe you have to think something out there is bigger than you. Something. Whatever you name it, you have to realize that we're not just here to be the center of the universe. We are here to be the center of each other's university. I'm going to teach universe. I'm going to teach you how to find accountability, because that's what this whole thing is about. I'm going to give you this program. I'll teach you how to give also, because giving doesn't come naturally to people. And I'm not talking about giving your money to an organization or you owe any money, none of that stuff. I'm talking about looking at the people in life and how do you give of yourself. Sometimes it's just as simple as smiling and saying hello. You have no idea how many people are out there hurting that just want someone to acknowledge them as a human being, let them know that they exist. I'll teach you how to do that. I'm giving you this entire program, $997, free. Okay, F-R-E-E, free. Okay, you may be wondering why. What's the catch? What's the catch? Why? I'll tell you why. It is a blatant bribe. Okay, I'm bribing you. I'm bribing you for one and only reason. I want you to join my team. I want you to join the Good Life Inner Circle, it's called. Here's what you're getting. You get live video conferences with the Good Life Inner Circle. Live video conferences. Every week I'm going to be on, and I'm going to be teaching, and I'm going to be helping people facilitate how do we increase our life joy every single day in every single way. I'll put some people on a hot seat, because again, after thousands and thousands of hours of counseling, sometimes I can hear what's going on in your life and just say, hey, have you considered this? You'll always get a better perspective from someone outside of you than inside of you. It took me a long time to realize that I don't see everything as clearly from in here. I need someone else to say, hey, what's going on in there? Here's what else happens. When I put someone on the hot seat, there's whatever it is, and I've gone to seminars and I've seen this work amazing. I'll tell you who does it great is Tony Robbins. Is when you're helping one person, you're really helping the whole place, because everyone can relate to everyone's problems. So when you're being helped, you're being helped, you're on the hot seat, you're being helped to increase your happiness or whatever your problems are, it's helping the whole community. It's better than one-on-one counseling. And again, I've done a lot of both. You get the live video conferences, you get a mastermind process. The whole thing is just designed to create a community to increase life, to really live out how do we enjoy our life even more. How do we make that first, and everything else flows from that. Individual hot seats for your work on your life. You'll get help where you need it. Be a part of this community that refuses to get sucked into all the crap of life. I'm going to teach you also cutting edge real techniques that you can use to increase your life enjoyment. Here's the thing, there's a whole science behind positive psychology. Okay, I've been studying this stuff for a long time. There's stuff that actually works. There's things you can do that will make you turn around and go, you know what? My life is better after doing that than it was before. There's real world techniques you can do to better enjoy your life and teach other people how to do that. It's the best format for coaching I found. I own a life coaching business. I'm phasing out all of my one-on-one coaching because I can only do about 12 a year. It's very expensive, it's very high end, it's high end coaching. I can only do about 12 people a year. I want to open this up to as many people. Again, I'm only here 100 years. I want to make as big of an impact I can. Anything you need to do in this program, we will do it together. You'll learn and condition yourself the leverage points of happiness. You'll design a blueprint specific to you, okay? Specific to you to make you happy. Plus every month you get secret documents from me, and what that is because I'm on the edges. This is all I do all day, every day, is study this stuff. You can look over my shoulder, and I'm going to give you every single thing that I'm learning on the new cutting edge of this, because there's experiments being done. There's a whole field of positive psychology that people are learning that, man, this thing, you unlock this thing, and the sky is the limit. And there's people on the knife edge of doing that I'm watching them do their work and give it to you. You get all this. Every month you'll get a package from me. I'm going to give you a gift every month. You're going to get a hard copy of my newsletter. I'm going to give you another book every month because I read so many books. I've got a list of of the 1,000 books I've read, there's probably 30 that are amazing, top. There's probably 100 that are really good, and I'm going to start to farm those out to you and let you know these are the ones that made a big difference in my life. You're going to get pro tips for sales meeting. Even if you guys have a sales organization, I can't help it, it's in my nature. I have sales companies. I can teach that as well. I'm going to give you a couple copies of these books that you can give out to your friends and invite them to join. I'm also going to do this. I'm going to give you another bonus. Free VIP access to an event called Epic Mastermind Experience. You can look it up online, epicmastermindexperience.com. We do it in January every year. It's a 3-day event. We bring in all the top speakers. We bring in like the guy who started Uggs Boots was there at the last one. We'll be there at this one too. Les Brown. All the people that are brand new to this. There was a 14-year-old kid that was phenomenal at the last one, Caleb. And what we do is we just bring the people who are committed to enjoying life more. We take about 15, 20 speakers. Let them each have 20 minutes to tell you, here's how you get more out of life. You get that for free. That's a bonus, as well as this. Also something to bribe you and to keep you moving forward. It's 3 days. And it's not just a regular ticket, it's a VIP ticket. Those tickets are $1,400, but because it's an event myself and my friends put on, you're going to get free access for that. You're going to get the life assessment blueprint. I'm going to give you a personal assessment, okay, a one-on-one coaching. Here's what I charge for coaching: $12,000 for 12 weeks, and it's an hour a week. Problem is, again, I can only do 10 or 12 of those per year, 6, 8. It depends on how many I can fit in. I want to do this even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one free session. And what that is, I'll give you a whole blueprint. I've definitely gotten good at cutting through what's really holding you back from happiness. What can I really help with? And again, this is free. You're going to get a personal one-on-one with me coaching. So these are the only access I'm going to give anyone for me for one-on-one coaching anymore. I'm no longer open to taking one-on-one clients. I'm only doing it through the Good Life Inner Circle, which I'm talking to you about right now. That's free. I'm finishing with my current clients. This is going to be my only vehicle. It's a goal-setting workshop, so I can teach you, here's what you want to get out of the inner circle for doing it. All of this free for you, and don't forget, you do get the Aloha system, the 21-day training. It's a $997 value free. You get a free copy of my book, a couple copies of my book, more of a manual. You're probably wondering about the cost, okay? Obviously, we all are. We're waiting for that. What's the cost? How much is it? As a member, you get everything, okay? You get the live video conferences, you get the Aloha system, you get the Good Life package in the mail, you get the one-on-one coaching, you get to look over my shoulder newsletter for just $297 per month. Okay, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. Okay, I'm so sure you'll stick with it that you'll get all of it for signing up for the first month. You get it all up front. And if you wanted to, you could sign up for it, get all your stuff, and cancel if you really wanted to. I'm so convinced that you'll be part of this community that I'm willing to give you everything I have to offer for you to join the Good Life Inner Circle. You get to keep the tickets to the Epic Mastermind Experience, even if you cancel after a month. You get to keep the Aloha system. The total value is the $997, the $1,400 for the Epic Masterminds, the monthly Good Life package. All in, it's over $3,000 worth of value that you get just for $297 for just trying it out. I'm that sure you're going to stick with it and be part of our community. Like I said, it's just $297 a month. It's not prohibitively expensive, but you know what? I've done this long enough. I want to keep the freebie-seeking knuckleheads out. Okay, it's less than $10 a day. Is it worth $10 a day, less than $10 a day, to increase your happiness? We all know it is, regardless where you're at financially. We all know we don't value things that we don't invest into. So for your own good, you need to be paying for this, not having me give it to you. If I gave it to you, you wouldn't use it. If you pay for it, you'll use it and you'll get the best of it. This is just for the right person. There is a little bit of an application process, because I've found there are people out there that are so pessimistic, they don't want to be happy, okay? I don't want to argue if life is good or not. I don't want you to try and show me what life is. I'm looking for people who enjoy life and want to enjoy it to the max, to the 10th degree. That's what I'm looking for. This membership should pay you back tenfold. Think about this. Would it be worth $297 to have me personally design a blueprint for you that will increase your enjoyment of life? Do you think your well-being is worth it? Would it be worth $297 to have a coach that has years of counseling and coaching experience to weed through all the years, all the garbage that your mind's telling you? I can weed through that and tell you, here's the things that you're gonna get the most out of this program. Would it be worth $297 a month to look over my shoulder every month and see what's the latest, greatest trends right now in personal development, in the art and science, in the positive psychology field, teaching you how to live in a beautiful state? Would it be worth $297 to get a free training program that's $907 and it works? That program actually works. People have gone through that program and they're happier afterwards than before. Would it be worth $297 to get into one of the best events in the world with network and with just people who are trying to do better in their life? Yes. Would it be worth $297 to be a part of a community that's committed to rising above the BS of this culture and crush it in life? Yes, it would. Accept my generous bribe today and become a member. You keep everything. You keep the Aloha system, the one-on-one coaching, the TIGS event, all of it free. Okay, just for joining. Click down below. Can't wait to have that one-on-one interview. Can't wait to see if this is the right fit for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to working to you in the days to come. That's how you live the good life.